I never had any intention doing boxing commentary, but it just seems like a lot of the stuff on here is TMZ for boxing. Bunch of grown men gossiping like old ladies in a bingo parlor. I wanted to talk about Jermall Charlo's performance, and how I don't think he's getting enough credit. Oh, he fought a one-legged guy, Jose is a glorified journeyman, but these cocksuckers will always try to find a way to minimize your achievement. Because obviously there's more money and drama, there's more clicks and negativity. A lot of people out here miserable. Their mind's in a gutter somewhere, spiritually bankrupt. They don't want to hear you saying nice things about anybody else, because nobody has said a nice thing about them in years. Considering the dark abyss Jermall has been living in the past couple of years, for him to walk away with that victory in the manner that he did is nothing short of extraordinary. You know, just for somebody to be so inactive for all that time to get back in a ring and look like that is impressive on its own. Things could have went south for him really quickly. He could have folded in there mentally. Those bright lights, all the motherfuckers talking shit in the crowd, just a ton of fucking pressure. That could be a recipe for disaster if your head isn't in the right place. But for him to be able to step back out of the shadows and put on a performance like that shows you the kind of grit this motherfucker has. And that is to be commended. And why are these cockroaches booing him, man? Because you don't like what he said in the past about another fighter or some shit? Here's the thing. As a fight fan, I don't want to hear a fighter kiss another fighter's ass. I don't want a love affair story. I want war. You should have enough wits to you to understand this is bigger than just him. This is also a win for mental health and people that struggle with it. Oh, well, he did it to himself. Obviously, you don't know how complex of a thing that meat computer you have wedged in your fucking skull is. And just how easy it is, your minds can end up in a very bad place. Thankfully for you, you haven't had a set of circumstances or sequences to get you there. I have. I know exactly how tough it can be. And then there's this bullshit tough guy narrative that you're weak-minded if you talk about it or if you have a mental health issue. I've seen some pencil neck nerd on social media saying this about Charlo. This fucking twerp who looks like he would snap if the gust of wind was strong enough. Probably biggest challenge is a fucking boss in a video game sitting here calling Jermall Charlo weak. What a world we live in, huh? No, the weak thing to do is to just dig a hole, jump in it, cover yourself in dirt, and just lay there and die. The strong thing to do is to talk about it. Shine a light on it. Don't let it be your little secret anymore. Talk to people. Rat yourself out. And continue to work hard getting back to a healthy place. Last but not least, we could end up seeing the most dangerous version of Jermall Charlo. The damage he receives in that ring is going to seem like a cakewalk compared to what he's been through the past few years. That's the silver lining to having battles with mental health. Use that experience to your advantage. And these fucking grimy reporters, like they're all in the same room, right? They all hear the questions that are being asked, right? How many times are you going to ask him the same exact fucking questions about his mental health? I know what you're doing. He knows what you're doing. You're trying to trip him up, get a gotcha moment, poke around, see if you can fucking get some emotion going for your shitty clickbait YouTube channel. I know this gossipy gotcha bullshit exists everywhere, but it bothers me more in a sport like boxing because of how brutal it is. And another thing about these reporters, are they always unprepared? Because it seems like they're just creating questions on the fly. It's like zero thought is actually being put into the questions. The first thing that pops into their mind falls out of their mouth. Oh, what did you have for lunch today, champ? I mean, seriously. I know Ellie catches a lot of shit because he's kinda clickbaity, but at least he asks normal questions that you want to hear the answers to, most of the time.
Reporting.
If you watch the post-fight conference, somebody actually asked Jermall a half-normal question, and he's clearly caught off guard by it. Because he's used to answering dumb fucking questions. And it's not just him. These reporters have a bad fucking reputation for being brain dead. And I think part of it is because boxing was so desperate for coverage, they lowered the bar in terms of standard. It seems like they'll let any old asshole with a camera on a stick ask questions. And I'm not even asking for Paulie Malignaggi or Roy Jones Jr. level of discourse. You know what I mean? I just don't want to hear shit like, hey champ, what did you think about the Jake Paul fight a month ago? Would you consider fighting Conor McGregor? Where do you get these fucking people?